If you can't drill a straight hole or make a straight cut, it's not because your hands aren't steady enough. It's because you're asking your hands to do a job they're not built to do. This isn't a skill problem. It's a setup problem. Most people think if they just keep doing it, they'll get better and steadier over time. You will improve some, but your hands are never going to be perfect enough to guide a drill or saw freehand every time. There's always going to be small movement, small angle changes, and once the tool starts moving, it follows that path. The first place things go wrong is right at the start. If the drill isn't square to the surface before the bit begins cutting, the hole is already off. Once that bit bites, it will follow that angle all the way through. You don't fix that halfway in. You fix it before you ever pull the trigger. So instead of trying to be steadier, give the tool something to follow. Two straight pieces of wood clamped together make a simple guide. Set your bit into that corner, and it helps hold the drill square as you start. That one change takes a lot of guesswork out of it. The same idea carries over to cutting. If you're using a circular saw and trying to follow a line freehand, you're going to drift. Clamp a straight board down and run the saw against it. Now the saw has a path to follow, and you're not relying on feel to keep it straight. You can also use what's already there. If you're drilling near an edge, use that edge as a reference. Keep the drill body parallel to it as you go in, or clamp a straight board next to your work and use it like a fence. Now when you start to drift, you'll see it right away and correct it before it gets worse. None of this is complicated, and none of it requires expensive tools. What it does require is a shift in how you think about the job. If you treat drilling and cutting like freehand work, you'll get freehand results. If you build control into the setup, the results change fast. You don't need perfect hands to get straight holes and straight cuts. You need to give the tool a straight path to follow. Once you do that, your work cleans up, your parts line up, and a lot of the frustration starts to disappear. This video is part of the Why Your DIY Projects Keep Going Wrong and How to Fix It playlist. Each one tackles a different problem, so you can start taking variables out of your work. In this one, it's tool control. Stop relying on your hands alone and start giving your tools something to follow. In the next video, we take that one step further, because even if you can get one good result, the real problem shows up when you try to do it again and it comes out different. That's where repeatability breaks down. That's what we'll fix next. Thanks for watching. There's more to come.